Hello, everybody. This video is about Act 4, Scene 7 of the play Hamlet. Claudius and Laertes have secluded themselves so they can talk in private about their plans for avenging Polonius's death. Claudius has convinced Laertes that Hamlet is to blame for Polonius's death, which of course he totally is. Laertes is annoyed at Claudius for not killing Hamlet sooner, leading Claudius to confess that there were two things that kept him from simply killing off Hamlet long ago. One, the fact that Gertrude loves Hamlet and Claudius loves Gertrude. And two, the fact that the common folk seem to like Hamlet a lot. And they would be mad at Claudius if he had Hamlet imprisoned and killed. Just then, a messenger arrives bearing a letter from Hamlet. Hamlet's letter to Claudius is written in reverent tones and explains that he has arrived naked and alone on the shores of Denmark. The letter says he can't wait to tell the king all about his adventures. The offbeat tone of Hamlet's letter arouses Claudius's suspicions that Hamlet is still intent on causing mischief. Fortunately, Claudius has a plan. Claudius tells Laertes about a time 2 months ago when a Frenchman was heard loudly praising Laertes' skill in fencing. Supposedly, the Frenchman's praise for Laertes aroused Hamlet's jealousy, since Hamlet is apparently very boastful of his own fencing skill. If there is any truth to Claudius's anecdote, it suggests another side of Hamlet's personality that we never see in this play. 2 months ago, Hamlet was supposedly overwhelmed with grief at the death of his father and his mother's remarriage to his uncle. It sounds strange that he would give any thought to gossip about people's fencing skills. Yet, Ophelia also indicates that the Hamlet she had fallen in love with had been a well-rounded and active man of the world before his personality crumbled apart. Maybe Hamlet's mood had been slowly deteriorating, and there was a time between the death of his father and the beginning of the play when he was still his old self, at least in intervals, giving us a glimpse into another ghost, the ghost of who Hamlet was before he became overwhelmed with grief and despair, and before the play began. Or maybe Claudius is just making up the story to stroke Laertes' vanity. Anyway, Claudius's idea is that Laertes can challenge Hamlet to a fencing duel, only instead of using blunted fencing swords, Laertes will use a sharpened sword and kill Hamlet, and it will all look like a simple fencing accident. But Laertes has an even better idea. He'll put some poison on his sword, so that even if he doesn't stab Hamlet to death, Hamlet will still die from just a scratch. Claudius throws in a backup plan. They'll also put some poison in Hamlet's drink, so that if he gets thirsty during the fencing match, they can kill him that way too. Thus do Laertes and Claudius construct their own mousetrap, although it's comically clunky and contrived compared to Hamlet's much more elegant, if less deadly, version. Just as Claudius and Laertes are done twirling their mustaches, Gertrude comes in with some sad news. Ophelia was sitting in a willow tree that grows aslant over a river. She was singing her crazy songs and dropping flowers into the water when the bough broke and Ophelia fell into the river. Gertrude describes how Ophelia's clothes billowed out around her and seemed to hold her afloat, while she just kept singing her songs as if she had no idea what was happening to her. Eventually, her clothes became saturated, and they pulled her down into the water, drowning her. Naturally, this news makes Laertes grimly recommit himself to killing Hamlet.